Good morning, everyone. That was my first cup or first drink of coffee this morning. Oh, don't you just love it when you take that first drink of coffee and the warm feeling just sort of slides down into your tummy? Oh, I love it. I don't think I could survive without coffee. Okay, folks. Of course, as we all know, there's not a lot going on in the Summer case. Unfortunately, they've not uncovered anything, found any witnesses, had anybody come forward. And as you can tell from my previous videos, I'm not one to sit here and rehash things that have happened over and over and over again. I'm not one of the little ducklings that fall in a row. Everybody else, when they're running out of content, well, let's go back and review this, and let's go back and review that. People, we have all been here for 9 months. We probably know this script by heart. We could probably, every one of us, when they do the movie for this story, there's not one of us that probably couldn't go in and do a reading for pretty much every part in the story. We know the script that well. What do you think? Don't forget to leave your comments and thoughts and ideas and what part you'd like to play in the movie down below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm being sarcastic, folks. I'm not trying to make fun of the situation or the fact that summer is gone. It's just, for one, you all know there's going to be book deals out there. You all know there's going to be a Lifetime story made or movie made of this, if not a major production movie. I mean, it's just too big of a story. Somebody's going to write the story. And I try to keep it on the light side a little bit. Like, mainly when I speak to people that know about the case or that has been involved in the case, like YouTubers or whatever, one of my first questions is, who do you want to play your part when they make the movie? I mean, come on, get real. Who's going to play Candace? Who's going to play Dawn? Y'all leave your ideas in the comments below. Tell me who's going to play those two idiots in the movie. You got any actors in mind? Yeah. Okay. Getting on with it. Today is not a factual day. I'm not going to be doing a slideshow. I can't prove what I'm saying. Just getting that out there so nobody can try to say that well, that don't really work either, because I said it before and put it in front of them and they still tried to say that I said something that wasn't true. But anyways, I don't care. I don't care what people say. I believe the reason they locked Dawn up, after I've thought about it for many, many, many days, if you think about the Trezell and Jacqueline case, the West Boys, or Classic and Sincere, they sat on that case for 14 months. Just as soon as they took those kids, the other 4 children of that house, as soon as they took them into custody and started talking to them, those children told the tortures that they were put through. So the law enforcement knew basically what had happened for the whole 14 months. They were just looking and trying to find more evidence, trying to find the babies' bodies, that kind of thing. They also had to wait on the grand jury to meet, present the case, and then wait for the indictment to be handed down. And I'm not real sure about how many times the grand jury meets a year. I wouldn't say it was more than twice a year, and I don't think it's that. I think it's only once a year, but maybe twice. If you know different, please let me know. Um, but just like with the sorry, the Oakley Carlson case, they locked up the parents for not giving the other child the medication. They were doing that so that they can just hold them until they could try to find out information about where Carl or Oakley could be. And in the Serenity McKinney case, they locked that mom and boyfriend up on charges that weren't that severe just to hold them until they could find out more information about where Serenity might be, which they did, by the way. And I give them great, kudos for doing that, because at least they didn't get away. Well, did it ever cross anybody's mind that, because we were all surprised how much time Dawn got out of the DUI and the probation thing. Maybe the TBI, not Hawkins County, the TBI locked him up for that amount of time just to hang on to him, so that there wouldn't be a chance of him skipping town. I mean, he's the breadwinner of the family, right? So if they went somewhere else, they need sheetrock people, drywall people, whatever you want to call it, pretty much everywhere. There's a lot of times you can do it for cash money under the table, so it can't be tracked. So they put Don in jail to hang on to him. Because one, either they know something that maybe the boys have told them, and they're working on gathering the evidence about it, or two, they already know what Don's part in it was. And now they're searching for the baby. They're gathering evidence on Candace and or Grandis. And perhaps maybe they're waiting on the grand jury to meet. Maybe they're waiting on the indictment to be handed down, just like with the West case. I mean, this all may be fabrication. It might be made up in my head. It may just be my imagination. But if you'll put all those pieces together, folks, it's a really good possibility that they really are waiting for the indictments just to be handed down. Now, when I looked up trying to find out when the grand jury meets for Hawkins County, the best time that I could tell from all the past ones, they usually meet like in April. And then whoever's indicted, usually goes up for arraignment around June. So I would almost say, I won't say positive because I'm not that sure, but I would say that we'll have something. God forbid it take that long. I know it's already been way too long, but we'll have something by June. I'm praying and I'm hoping, and I believe they really are gathering evidence on Candace to get her in jail too. Because see, if that newest story that people have come out with about Grandis telling her friend all that, then supposedly Candace handed the baby over to Dawn for Dawn to take her to the hospital. Technically, Candace didn't do anything. Technically. I mean, she lied, but Don would actually be the perpetrator in this situation. He would have been the one that physically had the child, and I can't say it, but you all know what I mean. So there's you some food for thought this wonderful, glorious morning before daylight even shows up. And I will hopefully have a longer, better video tomorrow. I'm thinking about checking into another case and seeing what we can't find out about it. But until tomorrow, guys, like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts down below, and tell me who you think should play Dawn and Candace in the movie when it comes out. And I'm not making light of the situation, but I am trying to put a smile on your face and make you think, sort of like if they made a movie about you, who would you want to play it? Who would you want to play your part? But in this case, Dawn and Candace. Oh, and Grandis. Tell me who would play Grandis's part. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you in the morning.